Hey guys, Michael McCreary with Tru-X Outdoors. As you can see behind me, we are at the Fort Payne Motor Speedway here in Fyffe, Alabama. And tonight we're gonna watch two great racers race it out in the 602 sportsman class. So Ron and Ryan Bozarth, which is Bozarth Racing, on the Tru-X Outdoors show. So we are so glad that you are tuning in to watch this episode. And we are excited to see what's about to happen right here on this red dirt track.
Racing has been a part of my family's DNA for generations. To us, what most people would see it as is a hobby. We see it more as a bond that keeps us together. Luckily for me, it all started with my grandpa.
It started with my late husband. He was really the one that got started in racing. He drove at Huntsville Speedway number 28 for a couple of years. Then his brother took over, Graylin. And finally it led to my son, Ron. And now it's to his son, Ryan. I'm just proud.
On October 7th of 2011, my grandpa passed away from stage 4 lung cancer. And as being a racer, that is, from the guy who all started this whole tradition that we carry on, when he passed away, it broke us. We were devastated as a family. And I can remember, you know, when I was a little kid, we would go to that track and he would be there. You know, he would hug me and, you know, teach me pretty much all the stuff to my dad that I know about racing today. That was hard.
This track has been around for so many years, and we've had the opportunity to come in here to start doing some filming here at the Fort Payne Motor Speedway. Janice, the owner here, is an awesome person, and she's allowed us to come in and film Ron and Ryan Bozarth. But as you can tell, this track is pretty old. It's been around. A lot of race fans have been here every Saturday night. They started racing about 1994 to 1996 here, and we're just super glad to be a part of this.
There were some times that my dad wrecked. I'm sure I was probably too little to remember most of them, but there was one that really did stick out that happened. I want to say the year was 2012. Had a brand new car that he bought from Dwayne Crabb. It was a number 19 car. These panels that you see here behind me, matter of fact. A car got up under him one night, and we were at Duck River Raceway Park, which is a really nice track. And a lap car, coming up onto a lap car. The lap car's nose went up under his side and lifted my dad's car up and over he went, I would say 4 times.
The night I flipped the car, we was running Duck River. I actually got back out of open wheel, went back to what they call a 604 crate car, and it was supposed to be a more affordable series where everybody runs the same motors, the same cars. You know, it's basically like a NASCAR deal where they try to keep everybody competitive. And we started in it in the Fyffe, run Green Valley Speedway some, and we thought we'd go to Duck River, and I started running Duck River. I really liked that track, and we got where we ran pretty good, but up there they didn't have that series. I had to run with the 2-barrel late models in that car, and we was a little outmatched on motors, and cars were all basically the same, but the motors were a little different. And we'd average a top 3, top 5 finish every week just about. And one night we was up there going around traffic, and we lapped this car probably 4 or 5 times. And the next time we was lapping him, he slid up into my rear quarter panel, got up under me and flipped me going down the back stretch. Fortunately, I wasn't hurt. Hurt my feelings because it destroyed my car.
When my dad flipped down the racetrack, I really wasn't thinking anything. I was more like nervous whether he was okay. I seen him moving. I knew he was okay. My grandma, on the other hand, she was bad ankles and all down the stairs and the bleachers in 5 seconds flat.
And I went running down the steps. It scared me to death.
Oh no, you should have heard it. She was screaming, "Run! Run!" She was gone. Like, we were not stopping her.
Well, the time that Ron flipped his car was certainly eventful. I believe his mom was there with us, and I believe it was full of emotion. You know, the kids were there, Ron's mom was there, I was there, and I just really take cues from Ron from the past, making sure that once the car was upside down that I could see him moving around in the car. Once I saw him moving around in the car, the only thing I knew at that point was he was not going to be very ecstatic about having to be drug in the pit.
As you can tell, that was probably nerve-wracking for all of Ron's family and friends, but that didn't stop Ryan from wanting to fulfill that dream of racing.
This episode is brought to you by Sad Daddy Hunting Blinds, Whitetail Rage, DeKalb Animal Hospital, Black's Tree Service, Gamble Construction and Custom Timber Works, Cheville Whitetail, HBT Smokers, and Empire Bell Bonding.
The Bozarths, they have tons of friends and family who come out to support them, whether it's at the shop or it's on the racetrack. So right now, we'd like to feature some of those people.
Well, growing up at the racetrack was pretty fun, you know. Me and Ryan always tried to turn the wrenches, but mostly played in the dirt. And watching the cars go around the track was just, it was great.
When did you start going to the racetrack?
I started going when I was around 4 or 5, and been going ever since.
Well, I've known Ryan since first grade. We grew up and went to school together.
Have y'all spent a lot of time at the racetrack?
Yeah, I got the opportunity to start going to the racetrack with Ron and Ryan and everyone, and I grew a passion to love going to the track. When we first got on the track together, it was nerve-wracking because I was like, well, I don't want something to happen, one of us getting to each other, and then cause us to get in an argument and lose a friendship we've had for several years. We got into each other a few times during this past year, and when we get back in, we might not talk right after that, but before the night's over, we're like, hey, rubbing's racing, and all we can do is do better and learn from our mistakes.
So tell me about your weekends helping Ron.
Well, Saturdays we'd get up here about lunchtime and start doing whatever we need to do to the car, get everything ready to be loaded up, get coolers iced down, get the car loaded, and then we'd spend the night at the racetrack.
And when did that start?
That was in the late 90s. So I started about midway through 97, I believe, and really full time in 98.
Try not to slap.
So tell me how it was like going to the racetrack with your dad.
Oh, it was really fun watching the cars. I was real little when they started, so I don't really recall a lot of the early years, but as I got older, the mid-70s, I got more interested in it and decided that one day I wanted to drive. The biggest part was figuring out how we were going to fund this. And my mom didn't have a lot of money, so unfortunately I had to wait till my later years before I got started in it and do most of it myself. And my dad, he was very talented on building race cars, making them work, go around the track, mechanicking. He could do it all. He was a one-man show, but he could build them from the ground up and make them really fast.
So I've been married to Ron for 32 years. His passion for racing kind of started with his dad. He just inherited the love and the drive for it. So the adrenaline rush, enjoying the adrenaline rush.
What did you think about when you heard that your son was going to start racing?
Well, I'm not so sure any mom is ecstatic that her son is going to start racing. Kind of a scary experience, a different experience, but excited that he found a love for something and is sticking to it.
So what did you do at the racetrack to help?
I cleaned the mud off the tires at the racetrack. I remember we used to have little paint scrapers and we would get in every little tread and get it all out, and then we'd rub it everywhere.
Ryan took me on our first date at a racetrack.
Are you proud of Ryan?
Very proud. This is the first thing he's actually stuck with out of everything. And I hope he never gives it up, because the look on his face when he gets out of the car is the best thing ever. He loves it. I've never seen him do anything that he's more proud to do or happy to do, or has just the courage to go out there and give it his all every time, and he always thinks he can do better, and so he works on that and he does better, and he's always trying to prove not only himself but to all of us that we're supporting him for a reason, and he shows us every race that he can do better and better each time. He's not only a great racer and has the passion for that, but he's a amazing dad and an amazing husband, and he makes it all happen somehow. Between 24 hours a day, he makes it seem like there's 72 hours in a day, because he just fits it all in, and I'm very, very thankful for that.
Even with my daughter watching me the way that she does, around the track and everything, she loves her daddy, man. But with this 2024 race season coming up, I think that we'll do really good. Win a lot this year. It's what we're hoping for. Maybe win points. It's a real close eye to what we want. But I couldn't do any of this without all my friends, my family, and everybody that has played a part into getting the car here and where it is now. So I just want to say a big thank you to everybody that's pitched in and helps out. It's an honor and a privilege to represent Bozarth Racing on and off of the track. I'm ready to take on this 2024 race season and make my friends and family proud.
This episode is brought to you by Sad Daddy Hunting Blinds, Whitetail Rage, DeKalb Animal Hospital, Black's Tree Service, Campbell Construction and Custom Timber Works, Cheville Whitetail, HBT Smokers, and Empire Bell Bonding.
Hey y'all, welcome to Fort Payne Motor Speedway.
Hi, we'd like to welcome everyone out to Fort Payne Motor Speedway. Beautiful Saturday here for racing action at the racetrack. Hope to see everyone out here. A lot of classes here in action, a lot of good cars in the pit area. So come on out to Fort Payne Motor Speedway. We race every Saturday night.
All right, guys, Mike McCreary with Tru-X Outdoors. Got Ryan and Ron. They just came off the track for the heat race, right?
Yeah, heat race tonight.
So he was behind his daddy, so his dad's driving the number 3 car, which is Logan Wilson's car. So it's going to be an interesting race this evening. So I'm excited about it. Did the car feel all right?
Yeah, it felt good. I got up a little high up there up top, and I think that was, part of the problem. But, we'll do some wrenching on this thing and hopefully we can make it better. But if I'm right, since we finished second in that, there was a first and second heat there, so we should be starting fourth.
That's good. And there's what, 7 cars in it?
There's 10.
10. Okay, 10 cars. So that's awesome. So I'm excited about it. And of course, we got our sponsors. If you want to go ahead and mention.
Oh yes, sir. Absolutely. First of all, foremost, I'd like to thank all of them: Empire Bell Bonding, Tru-X Outdoors, Michael Nash Construction, Bradley Neal Excavating, and Twisted Performance and Machine.
Heck yeah. That's awesome. Well, we'll be back here in just a few minutes to watch the race. I know Ron was having some issues with his car. I think his brakes went out or something.
Yeah.
So we'll try to talk to him here in just a minute. All right, we'll see y'all soon.
So the number 4R car of Ray Walker's going to be on the front row inside. Ron Bozarth in that 3 car on the outside. The 11 of Jay Cromer on the inside of the second row. And the number 22 of Ryan Bozarth, Bryant West on the third row inside. The red 11 of Chris Foss on the outside. The 10 of Joseph Connor. And number 60 car of Jay Brown. We're going green this time by 20 laps for feature racing action with the 602 Sportsman. Bomber cars meet you in state. Bomber cars meet you in state. Bomber cars. 604 Crate Late Balls. 604 Crate Late Balls, you're up after the Bombers. To a stop in the hot pit with a flat tire. Racing continues because he didn't bring out a caution. The number 11 car has Chris Ross coming to a stop up in turn 2, bringing out the caution.
This episode is brought to you by Sad Daddy Hunting Blinds, Whitetail Rage, DeKalb Animal Hospital, Black's Tree Service, Gamble Construction and Custom Timber Works, Cheville Whitetail, HBT Smokers, and Empire Bell Bonding.
go for Ron Bozarth. He's got a comfortable lead over Ryan Bozarth. Ron Bozarth's going to see that checker flag coming out of turn 4. He takes the win. Ryan Bozarth second. Ray Walker goes to third.
Here with Ron Bozarth. He just finished this race in first place. So,
yeah, it was a ride, man. It was slick, but Logan let me drive his car tonight to get it right, and I think it's pretty close. But it was a handful.
Where's Ron at? Ryan, come over here, buddy. So second place was Ryan Bozarth. Man, that's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, man, we tried, and I don't think I was too close on him, but I mean, we were definitely there. You know, some dooring happened there and there, but I couldn't be more happy with it.
Awesome, buddy. That was an awesome race. Hey, congratulations. Congratulations, buddy. So we just watched an awesome race between a father and son. The number 3 car, which was Logan Wilson's car, was being drove by Ron Bozarth. So he was able to finish this race in first place, and trailing behind him was his son, Ryan Bozarth. So that was the number 22 car. So we got Ryan coming up right now to talk about this race against his dad. So Ryan, thanks for joining me. This little interview. We're going to finish out this episode, but this is the man right here. He was trailing his dad, so tell me about that experience about being behind your dad.
Oh man, it's definitely eventful. You know, luckily we get to do this stuff right here together. You know, that's just a blessing in disguise itself, you know, and you know, we have fun, you know, it ain't nothing, you know, he won, but he's a veteran, so I would expect it, you know, but other than that, I'm perfectly happy with a second place. That just shows, you know, he's raced at this track since I think '97, and this is only my technically second full season in the car here, and you know, being the first time ever driving a late model, you know, we've made some really good progress, and hopefully we can continue that. And you know, he does do the adjusting to the car and stuff, so maybe we learned a little bit tonight, and hopefully we can keep this thing rolling.
So for a racer to come in this race, it's not even his own car, gets in it and beats you. I mean, that's pretty crazy, ain't it?
Yeah, that's pretty messed up.
Yeah, it is. Well, that's awesome. So now, is it going to be like a competition, try to beat your dad, or do you think he's just going to stay behind the scenes?
Man, to be honest with you, I know tonight he was, you know, this is my buddy Logan Wilson's car. You know, he turns a lot of the wrenches on my car too, and I appreciate him so much, you know, for coming out here and helping us out and stuff. But, you know, tonight, Logan got in a bad wreck with a car, ended up on top of him probably about a month and a half ago. And tonight was kind of, quote unquote, what he said, you know, it was more of a night just to feel things out. And he was trying just to see if it was right for him to drive it. Because me and him, you know, we grew up together, first grade friends. We kind of did this at the same time, so you know, it's pretty much just seat time and lap time, but he wants to make sure that the car is good enough for him to make decent laps in it, you know. Yeah,
definitely. Well, I think the car is definitely ready for Logan, so I know he just had a baby a couple weeks ago, so about a month ago or something. So maybe he'll be back on the track. We're going to try to get Ron to come over here. And how does it feel to beat your son in a borrowed car?
It looks like the student is fixing to become the teacher, because I heard he was right on me.
Well, that was an awesome race and definitely enjoyed it from up top. So congratulations on the win. Congratulations on second. And I can't wait for the next one.
But if I let him win, it ain't no. If I let him win, it wouldn't be a win, would it? So he's gonna get there.
Oh yeah. Well, thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to Tru-X Outdoors on NGBN TV. Bozarth Racing, number 3 tonight, and then the number 22, Ryan Bozarth.